Morning.
Look at the queens in the audience. Look at that. Wow. Look at these stunning queens.
It's nice to even see everybody in the morning, isn't it? The lights on.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one.
I know.
Wow.
How's everyone?
Good.
It was yesterday fun.
Yes. Yes.
I heard you rocked it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god, I was so out of breath last night. They were like, "Hey, the concert's about to start. Do you wanna come backstage?" I'm like, "I don't think I'm first up. I'll just chill out, have a cup of tea." Cut to, they're like, "We're ready." I'm like, "Oh no!" I had to leg it from the green room through the kitchen, slipped in my heel, and they're like, "Rebecca made everybody," and I flew onto the stage. I was like, the entire song. I'm like, the whole song. I'm like, am I gonna pass out? I don't think I'm gonna make it, but whatever. I think I was in a blackout, but thanks.
Live on YouTube.
It was.
I love you so much.
Should we do some questions?
Yes, let's do that. Hi, good morning.
Hi, I love you so much. I look up to you every day.
Thank you.
Yeah, my question is, what advice would you have for people going through hard times? And can I please have a hug? I love you so much.
Yes, I'll give you a
What's
hug.
a hug?
People that are going through hard times, try not to be alone. And surround yourself with good friends and people that love you, that can help you through it.
Cool.
Hi, good morning.
So, my question is, sorry, I had to write it down. Did you find it more or less challenging to direct compared to acting, or easier because of your acting background? And what were the challenges you did face?
Did I find it harder or more challenging than acting? Just different. It had its own challenges.
Yeah.
You know, I came across things I'd never done before, so it was a bit of a learning experience. I don't know, I felt very natural and comfortable in doing it. I really loved it. I don't prefer directing or acting. I really love all of it. I loved collaborating with everyone. There were a lot of challenges, but I felt very confident that we would get through them, and we always did.
Lana was the best director we ever had in 7 years. I'm not just saying that because I'm hashtag in love with her. Like, she was... It was like, because I mean, when do you ever get to work with a director that's seen and been in every single episode, knew everybody's storyline? She was so invested, she worked her bum off, she did so much prep for it, she was such a natural, and like the crew would come up to me going, is it weird that it just feels so normal? I'm like, it doesn't, she's amazing, isn't it? Everyone was so proud of her. I spent the whole time trying not to cry because I was so proud of her. She made all the guest actors feel so loved. She was so kind to everybody. I just sit back and watch it go, so proud, and I was so, I mean, it doesn't get prouder than that.
Yes, but
Thank
she
you.
gave you a lot of
And
notes.
this is my starlet in the episode, which is just like, I mean, I couldn't have been luckier. And every day you kicked ass.
Can't wait to see
Every
it.
day. She just is so incredible in this episode.
Can't wait.
And it was such a gift for us because, you know, Adam and Eddie know how much we love each other, and they said it was a big Bex episode, and I was like, no way! And she's just so dynamic and so gorgeous in it, and you're gonna love it. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Thank you. I hope I answered your question. We answered it. Hi.
Hello, my name is Tara. Welcome Belgium.
Hi.
Voilà. On a une expression belge chez nous, et en fait c'est pour dire que les gens ils sont un peu fous. Donc je vous mets au défi toutes les deux de trouver. Elle va traduire.
Je ne comprends pas.
De traduire l'expression dans une de vos répliques de Once Upon a Time. Et l'expression c'est on n'a pas toutes les frites dans le même sachet. Vas-y.
So I will translate. My friend Tara comes from Belgium, and in Belgium they have an expression to say like somebody is a little crazy. The expression is you don't have all the fries in the same bag. So she would like to ask you a funny challenge. Can you, as your character, say this sentence as if you are Regina and Zelena?
You don't have your fries in
You
the
don't
same-
have the fries in the same bag. Just to say you're a little crazy.
We don't own fries in the same bag.
Nailed it. Shoot. All right. I won't touch anything. Hi.
Hi.
She's like, I'm just texting. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so what what to be becoming an actor? I have like my my role models, you guys. And my question was like, who are you? What were your role models like becoming an actor?
I grew up watching a lot of like classic movies, so I loved Bette Davis, Ingrid Bergman, Ava Gardner, Rita Hayworth. I loved watching those old Hollywood actresses growing up. I would say Ellen Bernstein is a huge inspiration, Glenn Close. Oh my God, there's so many.
I like all the old English ladies, like the old queens, like Dame Judi Dench, Maggie Smith, Helen Mirren. I'd love to work with those ladies and play their daughter in something and just sit there and absorb all their greatness.
Just watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of your education if you're going to be an actor. And go to a lot of theater.
Yeah.
And learn your craft. That's really important. A lot of people don't like investing the time in learning their craft, but it's critical if you want to
Thank you.
get further in life.
Hello.
Hello again. I have a question too. Have you ever used one of your characters' punchline in real life?
All the time. Every tweet.
like talking to someone or a situation.
Tweeting is real. Yes. Isn't it?
Well, there's definitely someone real on the other end.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I definitely have stolen my oops from Zelina. You know, when I do something stupid or wrong, and my husband goes, "Bix!" and I just go, "Oops." Hopefully that makes him laugh, so I'm in less trouble for being ridiculous. What about you?
What was the question? I'm like,
Do you think I'm gorgeous?
of course! No brainer.
The question
Sorry.
was, have you ever used one of your character punchline?
That's my son. No. Do I?
Bless you.
Bless you. I don't know.
He uses some of the looks.
Yes, I am a great
I've
eye
seen
roller.
us-
I grew up with that look. I don't think I really use a lot of Regina's expressions, like fillet the bitch. That's a fun one, but I don't really use it in life. But maybe I should start.
Start doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Thanks,
Thank
you've
you.
inspired me.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. So I've heard that you two really like to pull pranks on each other, and I can see you smiling. I was wondering, what would your
I just pulled
favorite
one just
prank be that you pulled on someone else?
Oh. Do we do it to other people? Have we done it to anybody else?
Have we?
We're the funnest.
Yeah. I feel like I did one not long ago, but or were we planning one?
I just like doing stupid things to your chair.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's like the Queen's throne. I'm like, what can I do to it?
I feel like I just did this to someone and I'm forgetting what it was. I feel like it was to Colin. I think I did something.
Yeah.
Colin's hook.
Filthy inside.
You know, we don't, there aren't a lot of time for pranks on the show. It just feels like we just go, go, go. We've done some pranks, but I think we just really are loyal to one another when it comes to pranks. But if you have any great prank ideas,
Yeah.
we're all ears.
Yeah, we're open to suggestions.
Yes. We should have like a prank hat, like a little prank box.
Yes.
And you can just suggest what we should do to each actor on the show.
We'll tweet
If I
you.
had to choose one, go for the whoopee cushion.
Solid. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
Done.
you.
Thank you.
I feel like someone just had a whoopee cushion back there, or was that a real sneeze? It sounded like a whoopee cushion. Hi.
Hi. I'm playing Glinda in the school play, and I was wondering if you had any advice
Oh, goodness. Have a good time. You know what an acting coach said to me once? He's like, what's going on? I'm like, what? And he goes, why are you so stressed? I'm like, I don't know. He went, have you ever heard the term playing a role? And I went, oh yeah. And he went, get it, playing, have a good time. And I went, oh. And something shifted in my brain. And I'm like, why not just have a good time with it? Even if it's something serious, don't forget to enjoy what you're doing. Because if it's really what you want to do and you've been given this opportunity to do it, try your best to enjoy the experience. Don't get in your own head. And break a leg!
Break a leg.
Have fun.
Hello.
Don't crush any munchkins.
It's really fun.
Hi. First, I love you both really, really much.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask, if you had to write a play with you both and Sean being the main characters, what would be the relationship of the characters and the plot?
Oh my god, I think we should do something
Three's
like
Company.
Three's Company.
Three's
yeah.
Company.
Like a comedy. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Can you imagine the three of us in a comedy? We're
Oh my
getting
God.
nothing done. And then we were all roommates. What fun would that be?
It'd be so much fun.
Oh, I would
We
watch
miss
that.
Sean. He's so funny.
He's the funniest.
Yeah, Three's Company. Are you
Yeah.
familiar with that show?
It's an old-fashioned show, yeah.
It's an old one. It's like Janet, Jack, and
Chrissy.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think someone made an edit actually, and I posted.
did they?
it. Yeah, I saw it the
yeah,
other
yeah.
day. It's
Yeah,
really
it was
funny.
80s and we had like headbands
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So we would be roommates.
Yes.
That's what I think. The three of us would be roommates.
Yeah.
And Jack would probably be hitting on it. Jack. Sean. You have to watch the show. It was really cute, and they wore Daisy Dukes, and
I'll watch it.
yeah, they were cute.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, how do you prepare for a scene when you have to cry?
I think about that time when Rebecca broke my heart. Differently. I mean, I guess everyone has their own process.
Sometimes I might use music if I need an extra helping hand and just kind of shut out the noise of the crew and listen to a song. We've all got those songs that give us #AllTheFeels. And I'll tap into one of those to kind of get me into an emotional place. But most of the time, I don't have the time to do that. To access my emotions really quickly, I just think of something hideous that's happened to me, and there's a lot of those. So, remember that. So that's what I do.
Yeah, I think also you can use memories of experiences that you've had in life, but you can also just really think about the character's journey and think about, like, often, especially with Regina, when I think about her life, there's a lot of heartbreak and sadness and struggle, and so if I kind of tap into that, it helps me get to the emotional place, just pure empathy, I guess, for the character. That helps.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hi, I have a question for each one of you. Bex, I wanted to ask you what made you choose the Women's Center for Your Witches Brew charity? And Lana, I wanted to know, well, first of all, you were an exquisite horseback rider.
Well, thank you.
As a horse person myself, you can tell.
Thanks.
And I wanted to know what the funniest thing that's ever happened to you with horses.
Oh God. I wanted to go riding one day on my own, and it had been some time, and I went to, did you say rent a horse?
Yeah.
To rent a horse up in Sunset Canyon in Hollywood, and this horse was not well, and no one told me that it had a leg that was like seriously injured, and they allowed me to take him out, and I was trying to run with him, and he was fighting me the whole time, and we kind of got into a little bit of a tiff. And he's a lot stronger than I. If anyone's ever noticed, but I'm definitely not as strong as a horse. But and he was pulling me, and I kind of lost my grip, and I lost one of the reins, and he just booked. As soon as he felt that, he booked, and he was flying. And I was holding onto his mane and holding on with my legs as tight as I possibly could. And up ahead, there was this curve in the trail. I was bending right, and it was like the mountain goes this way, and if you went straight, you would go off the mountain. So I saw this turn up ahead, and I was holding on for dear life, and he made a sharp right, and I went flying off him and slid on my back, like nearly off the mountain. Like, it was not funny, but it is funny now. But I was like an inch away from death. And I just remember laying on the ground looking up going, what the hell just happened to me? And stood up, and I heard him just booked. I was like now on foot, having to get down this mountain and bleeding from my head all the way down to my, yeah, I guess it's not that funny. I mean, I'm trying to make it humorous, but maybe it's not that funny. But I'm here, so I survived.
Happy ending!
Happy ending! But I guess the comedy in it is seeing me flying off it. So that part's really funny, and I didn't get seriously injured. But I think to this day, there's one spot right here, and if you touch it, I'll bite you as hard as a horse
Do you
would.
want me?
Yeah, I
Oh, I didn't answer your question. Downtown Eastside Women's Charity. I actually got that from Colin, because when Colin and Sean did their beer the year before mine, they had given their money to this women's shelter in downtown Vancouver that do amazing work, and literally any woman in any state at any time of day can just walk in off the street. So once he sort of shared about that, I was like, well, obviously, just want to keep giving to them. So we've done a lot of work with that charity. They're really cool. It's close to my house here. So yeah,
I'm actually sending my mom to go get one of the shirts today because I don't have time.
Oh,
So-
brilliant. Thank you so much. That's
you.
very kind. Thank you very much for your support. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Queen.
Hi.
You look very pretty.
I'm Lorelai. This question is for both of you. Do you know what's going to happen with the costumes when the show is done, and do you get to keep any of them?
We're in negotiations for that right now. We are
It's a
cutting
conversation.
deals, whispering in ears, hoping that they'll give us some. I don't know what's going to happen to those costumes, and that's scary.
They need to do
Because I'm
this
really
here.
attached to a lot of them. Yeah, I think ABC, Disney is probably going to put them in a museum, some of them at least, and some of them will end up in the costume vault at Disney somewhere.
Some will be in our living room.
Yeah. Shh, some will be in the closet. Oops.
Tell anybody what, we didn't hear anything.
Some will be on a mannequin.
We'll be wearing them in LA.
Yeah. Just borrow this to go buy some milk.
Go to the gym, dress up.
Down to Gelson's.
Just cosplay ourselves forever.
You'll see me standing on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
We'll find out soon.
We'll find out.
Thank you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question.
Hello.
Hi.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
This question is for both of you. Which season would you say has had the most life-changing experience for you?
Oh my God, all of them, because every year has been a new journey. I would say this one for me, because I got to direct. So that was pretty life-changing.
I think they're all special in their own way. Each one has been its own journey, and we've all learned different things about ourselves and about our character. It's impossible to pick. They've all been magical in different ways, you know? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Hello.
Hi! I must have known you for so long. I keep seeing you. Hi.
In the last Vancouver convention, I asked you both if you could have any other fairy tale sister, who would you have? But now I'm going to ask you both together, if you could choose your own fairy tale mom, who would you choose?
Well, we have such a good one
I
already.
don't want a different mummy. Do you want a different mummy?
No.
I only just
pretty
found that
amazing.
one. Like a day with her, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, Barbara might find out if we say somebody else. We might see it on Twitter and then she will get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do it, do you?
I don't know. I think if it were like a make-believe, another fairy tale on a different show, and say we were named, I don't know, different characters.
What about the fairy godmother and then when we wanted something she could just go poof and give it to us? Quite fun. Mummy!
What about if it's Maleficent, and she's older, and we're younger?
I like the idea of that one.
I just thought it'd be fun to
Young and
ride the back of
pretty
a dragon,
forever.
like get on the back of a dragon, or like become dragons and turn into dragons ourselves.
Fine, let's do that.
Yeah, like Maleficent. but we're younger. We're like 6.
Thank you. Good to see you again. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, wow.
You're free. Woohoo!
So, all right, Lana.
Nice to see you. You look beautiful.
Thank you. So, artist, actor, director. Look what you love it. I don't even really have a question. Just wanted to say hello.
Hi.
I love seeing you every year. You guys have been such a major part of my life, and just want to say thank you for all that you've done and all that you will continue to do. I'm really going to miss this show. My friend made me watch it. I didn't want to watch it. I don't even own a television.
Yeah.
She made me watch it, and I was like, all right, I'm in. And I had no idea how life-changing it would be, especially, we talked a little bit last year about, adopting my nephew and all that, and you guys have helped me so much through my life, so thank you, and I can't wait to see what great things I've had in store for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that's one of the things I'm going to miss the most about the show is like someone asked me the other day, how do you feel about this? And I said, well, I'm really sad. Like it's heartbreaking because I've never been a part of a show that actually has such a positive impact on the audience in this way. Like so much entertainment is just for pure entertainment, you want to escape, you watch these fun movies that just kind of take you elsewhere, but this show really teaches you lessons in life, and that is really unique, and that I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss being a part of a show that puts out that message in the world. So where you are, there you are. So it's changed our lives as well, and we've learned so much from these characters, and we can always go back and watch them when you forget things. We want to be reminded. Yeah.
It's off for Netflix.
Hi.
Hi Lana, I'm Bex.
I know you. Nice to see you.
Me too. You look beautiful today.
Thank you.
I have a question for both of you. Both of you said so many times that Regina and Zelina, for yourself, brings so many change in your life. So I want to ask you, how much is there inside Regina of Lana and vice versa? And the same question for Bex.
I think there's definitely Zelina in me, and there's definitely me in Zelina. Especially, this is the longest job I've ever had in my entire career. I've never played somebody for this long. People do a movie and then it's over, or a show gets cancelled really quickly. So after a while, it's like the lines can be a little bit blurred, and then all of a sudden I'm angry in real life, and I'm like, ooh, that was a bit Zelina. Calm down, Bex. Bring it in, oh dear. It's not her fault the flight's cancelled. Someone might be videoing you. But obviously they're two different people, but I think it's just this relationship between you and your character, and which is obviously very hard to say goodbye to. But
So Zelina brings so many things to you.
Yeah, Zelina has taught me things, and I think I've taught her things.
She's taught you patience.
Has she? And I think, well, you know, I've said this a few times before, and I'll say it again because it's still true. That I think what I love about Zelina is she's so unapologetically herself. She doesn't care what people think, and I think that's such an important lesson to learn, especially when you're younger and you're in your 20s, and we're all trying to fit in, and we're all trying to be a certain way. You want to be accepted, and she just doesn't care.
I have learned so much from Regina and Zelina.
Good.
And what about Regina and Lana?
Yeah.
Nothing in common. Absolutely.
Not true.
I am so kind and so sweet all the time.
And what
So
about
patient.
and
no
the hero
temper.
Regina? Like Lana?
No, I mean, absolutely. There has to be. The evil queen is definitely somewhere inside. But no, I think Bex is right. When you're on a television show and you're telling a story for 7 years, there has to be a bit of you in the character and vice versa. It just happens. There are a lot of moments when I read these scripts and I think I would never do that, and then there are a lot of moments where I think, wow, I really wish I would have done that in my life. Like, I've learned so much from my character's journey. But yeah, there are similarities. I would say, like, you know, don't piss me off because I see red. And I cannot throw a fireball, but I definitely have a strong right hook. There is a bit of a temper, you know, but that's part of my DNA. And I would say her big heart and how much she loves, that's definitely something that we have in common.
Thank you so much to Lana and Bex.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. It's a good question. Hello.
Hi. Quick question for Lana about playing Ronnie. When the original curse broke in season 2, we hear David say how the characters are now both the cursed selves and their enchanted forest selves. I just wondered if you think Ronnie's influencing Regina much, because that walk of shame we saw on Friday seemed decidedly more Ronnie than...
Yeah, whoa, that was a shocker.
Yeah. That was definitely more Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie's been Ronnie for a few years now, you know, I would say 3 or 4 years. And so she's had a life and she has a story, and we may not see as much of it, but in those little moments with her walking away from some days, I think Regina probably could have used a little Ronnie in her life. She was a bit uptight for a long time, and Ronnie was just a little more kind of, you know, free and carefree. She's a little more probably a risk taker, and yeah, that's fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That
Hi.
naughty girl.
What was it like for hearing that Bex was coming back to the show? And Bex, what was it like hearing that you're coming back and you get to work again with your like Lonnie, your best friend, every day?
Yeah.
A lot of excitement.
A lot of
wasn't there?
balloons and
So
confetti.
excited. I actually found out when I was in LA, and we happened to be together in LA, so we got to celebrate together, didn't we? And be like, yay, and jump around and get excited together.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I was so happy. I didn't see it coming, I really didn't. Like, once I was done, I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna go and get another job. And then they're like, do you wanna come back? I'm like, yes, please.
Oh yeah. I mean, I never really understood why she wasn't there the whole time. And I was very vocal about that. Why is she not here? It feels awkward. We're family. Yeah. I mean, we are our own ship.
Family ship.
Yeah.
We're the only
Remember
ship on the
that
show
we
that
actually
isn't romantic.
we thought about investing in an actual ship with all of our girlfriends and just hang out. But we know, but we are we're a different kind of ship than all the other ships. We're a sister ship.
Yeah.
Sister ship.
Let's buy a boat and call it the sister ship.
Sister ship. Yeah.
Sister ship. Hashtag sister ship. I like it.
And I was so ecstatic, and I thought, you know, and especially because she was under the curse as well, and was Kelly. And
Kelly Green.
and getting to see Kelly and meet Kelly, and we never really dove into, we kind of did, but our history together and how, why Kelly hated Ronnie to begin with, even though they're sisters, and how quickly you woke up, thank God. It was just really fun. It was a lot of fun to play these other parts, even having played Regina and Selena for so long. Playing Ronnie and Kelly's been really fun and cool.
And having different outfits. It was so weird. It's so weird to be on the show in jeans.
I was working
What's that
Friday
about?
night. I was working Friday night, so I forgot the episode. Forgive me, because I was
Friday?
filming, so I missed the episode. But was that the one where we were slinging drinks and shots of them? Was that the week before?
I think it was the week before. I wasn't in Friday night.
I've been working Friday night, so I miss it.
Doing shots.
But it's fun, to see the two of us behind a bar and
It's just
kind
nice
of
that we're
having
friends
our
finally. We've been at each other's throats for years.
Yeah.
It's nice to actually, be sisters and be reconciled and get stuff done together finally. It's really nice.
I know. Our spin-off. We have to have our own show one
Sister
day.
spin-off, yeah.
And on that note, thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.